Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We have always seen Dr. Zakir Naik explaining the concept of hijab in such a way that apparently it seems irrefutable, but with the course of time, we have realized that no, his point actually does not make sense. What does Dr. Zakir Naik say about hijab? He says that suppose if a ruffian is standing near a street and someone and a two twin girls twin sister is coming from there, one is wearing burqa or one is wearing the Islamic hijab with face and hands exposed, and other is wearing a mini skirt or a jeans or a shalwar kameez. So which girl will he tease? So this is the question, and by this question, he basically implies that one who wears the hijab, she is actually protected from molestation. This is the basic argument. Now, first of all, there are many flaws in this argument. The number one flaw is that why the hell are ruffians over there? Fine, and it is the duty of the law and order, it is the duty of the police, it is duty of the government to remove ruffians over there, because ruffians would never differentiate between a, a woman who is wearing a hijab and a woman who is wearing a skirt. He will never differentiate. Suppose that ruffian is someone of a Hindu extremist RSS ideology, so he will pick on the Muslim girl more than the one who has worn a sari or the one who has worn a shalwar jumper. So this argument actually fails. Second argument second argument which I usually give is that suppose there is a country called Dubai, in which even the women who wear shorts, they are protected, and the women who wear shorts is not molested at all. There's so strict law and order, and Dubai has received the safest city for women. And I can even point out some cities in uh, in India. For example, the metropolitan cities like Calcutta, it is safest for the woman, even if the woman is not wearing hijab. We have the example of Mumbai, fine, and we have the example of Pune. Yes, I agree, there are some places in India like in UP and Delhi where rape is on the rise, but I don't think it has got anything to do with hijab, because in South India and in other places which I have mentioned above, people are dressing the same way the people which in Delhi are dressing, but the rape cases of both of these region, there's a drastic difference. So I would argue that it is because of the law and order that the rape cases are increasing, and not because of the hijab which the women are wearing. So I have given the example of Dubai, which has been giving the award of the safest city for the woman, where the woman can wear anything and nobody has the guts. No ruffians have the gut to molest that woman. So these two examples, I feel it's enough to refute Dr. Zakir Naik's logic of hijab. And I have also given the example of RSS, or someone who is wearing an Islamic dress. Even uh, she has more chances of getting molested by someone who hates Muslims. So by that logic, those women should not wear hijab. And hijab or has nothing to do with modesty. I mean, I'm not saying that you should be nude or you should be semi-nude, but wearing burqa itself does not prevent either adultery or it does not prevent either rape. And both of these things is something which depends upon the society, and it depends upon the law and order. And hijab itself is not something compulsory upon the woman. What is compulsory is modesty. See, we have two extremes in our society and in our religious as well as secular cultures. One extreme is that women can wear anything. Women can even wear a bikini in which the private parts are not protected. This is one extreme, and another extreme is that women should be covered from head to toe. Even her face should be covered. This is another extreme. The truth lies in the middle, that women should protect their private parts. I am not saying cover their private parts. I am saying protect their private parts. Now, protect to their parts is something which is very comprehensive. It can have different application. One of the application and one of the fundamental application of protecting the private parts is that you wear clothes in such a way that you protect your private parts. You should wear modest clothes. Another thing which can be protecting the private parts, which can be that if you protect something, you even protect the something which is associated with it. For example, if a woman private part is her chest and the genital area of both front and back. So a woman should cover not only her chest or the genitals, but even the organs which are associated with it. That's what the real protection is all about. So if a woman is covering that much also, I think that is enough, which the Sharia demands. But what we do, we actually burden the woman to wear a head covering which has nothing to do with private parts, or to cover the face which has nothing to do with private parts, which is not even directly associated with private parts. But if a woman chooses to cover her head, or even if a woman is chooses to cover her face, that's completely her choice. But when she says that Islam demands to cover, or when they taunt us, or they taunt our school of thought, then we have to rebut their position, that from where did you get that covering face and covering your head is compulsory in Islam? Yes, wearing modest clothes is compulsory in Islam for both men and women. The only thing which the Quran mentions, apart from protecting the lowering your gaze and protecting your private parts, is that the women sometimes they show off their beauty. By beauty, we mean the ornaments. So Quran says that you should not show off your ornaments except for your na-mahrams, except for your mahrams, those people whom you can't marry, like your brothers, your fathers, and a list of mahrams is given. Only this thing is something which is extra given to the woman. So I feel that this is the only thing which they are required to wear. Uh, they should wear modest clothes, and modest clothes actually differs from country to country and place to place. And they should protect their private parts, which itself is a very comprehensive term, which can include even covering or those parts of the body which is associated with the private parts.